Hi everyone, it is Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in and spending a little time with us, especially if it's during the early show, because man, what a beautiful evening. What a wonderful end to what a wonderful day in the neighborhood. So we'll get you out of here just as soon as possible. Just going to essentially take close to 30 minutes. Maybe not tonight. It's been a very busy and active week here in the studio. A lot of things we won't focus on and maybe talk about a little later when they make the news. Today it's just been trying to gather the news. In fact, a rather unusual situation that I'll report on tomorrow, but in which, from what I understand thus far, according to local police, a woman driving to this county from another county because the huffing material that she couldn't find in that area she came to purchase here, and was caught with 4 cans, already 2 of them ingested in a vehicle parked in a parking lot. And I'll have that tomorrow. Also got a couple of other stories I just simply can't get to today. We will, however, get to the story of a Magoffin County woman, an employee with the Magoffin County School District, accused of criminal abuse in the first degree, the victim under the age of 12, as well as a machete threatening situation in Johnson County. And a very important story, as we're going to get the answers to the question that I had all wrong. A lot of you did too. You don't have to admit it. But about what lane to get in, to turn, to go what direction at a couple of new intersections, specifically the one going into and out of the Magoffin County High School. I've been getting it wrong since it's been there, and I've been telling Andrew wrong as well. So is our superintendent of schools and a lot of other people, so I don't feel quite so bad. But it's all going to be straightened out tonight, and believe me, everyone needs to watch that one, because whether you're right or not, everyone needs to know the same route of travel to keep everyone safe. And it's been a couple of near collisions there, as an officer will tell us. So with that said, you can call it stalling. I'm going to call it preparing, but I'll be right back with our first headline after these messages. As always, our plea is to please let these folks know you're watching every chance you get. To maximize your savings, make the new digital coupon kiosk your first stop at the new IGA.
Hey Salyersville, whether you're a paper couponer or a digital couponer, we've got ways to save you money here at Salyersville IGA. After you've registered your name and phone number, the available coupons will come up on the screen, such as save $1 off IGA gallon milk, or save $1 off Kingsford charcoal, or save $2 off Tide Pods. So once you've clipped the coupons that you want, you can see which coupons are available in your digital wallet. You can sign out, and then you're ready to shop. It only takes a few seconds to sign up, and our friendly staff is always happy to help. So remember to click Shop and Save at Salyersville IGA.
Ultra low carb and ultra tasty doesn't come together very often, but it has at your Salyersville Lee's with our new low carb plate. With tender all-white breast strips oven roasted in our famous spices, our famous green beans, and our new ham-seasoned cooked cabbage. And for a limited time, get $2 off with a coupon in this week's edition of the Salyersville Independent. That's right, save $2 and eat just about as many carbs at your Salyersville Lee's famous recipe. It's a new day of deals every day at Parkway Gun & Pawn, with an always new selection of like-new musical instruments, power and hand tools, not to mention jewelry, games, guns and ammo, and popular hard-to-find electronics, from Guitar Hero to amps to a pro-quality karaoke machine just in. It's all here today, gone tomorrow for pennies on the dollar at Parkway Gun & Pawn. Spring's here, well, at the seasonal shop, with new arrivals in every department, like women's mud pie and Charlie Page clothes, the perfect addition to your wardrobe. And Simply Southern is simply fully stocked, and they've got a lot of new items, new short sleeve tees, key rings, planners, caps, wallets, purses, and more. And speaking of more, Mary Square is at the shop. This beautiful line makes a perfect gift or a great way to brighten your day, featuring everything from Bible covers to notebooks to lanyards, badge holders, bottles, cups, and ID holders. And their home decor section is absolutely filled wall to wall with new arrivals, all to make your house the home you want it to be. All at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop. Founded in 1974 on the idea that we all deserve and need the very best in medical services and patient-oriented care, but at reasonable prices we can afford, Big Sandy Healthcare and Hope Family Medical Center have also put together a team of professionals and providers, all at one location, all with you and your family in mind. With pharmacy, dental, lab and x-ray, pediatrics, adult medicine, behavioral health, and more. Come see us, for anything, at Hope Family Medical Center in Salyersville. Don't drive or let your family drive in this or this before doing This, stopping at Conley Tire in Staffordsville for brakes, oil, alignment, and of course, tires. Thousands of tires in stock every day to fit anything, with 6 months no interest financing, and over 33 years of quality service with a smile. Conley Tire in Staffordsville. A Magoffin County woman is referring to it as discipline. State police and social services are calling it abuse, and as such, a Magoffin County woman was jailed and has since been released on a count of criminal abuse in the first degree. The victim, a child 12 years of age or under. Rose Arnett was jailed last night. Arnett, a longtime employee of the Magoffin County School District for more than 3 decades. With us reaching out first to Superintendent of Schools, Scott Helton.
She's working as head janitor at the middle school. She's currently been with the district about 32 years, something in that, we're in that neighborhood, but it's over 30. The only relationship right now that we have with the case is that she's currently an employee of the district. As far as the allegations and stuff, it doesn't involve anything that's going on at school level. My understanding from just what I've read and what I've been told is the incident in question is all outside of school grounds. It has nothing to do, it's more of a family matter type thing is what I understand.
According to official citations penned by Trooper Dustin Thompson with Post 9, he says that he was contacted by social services who asked him to assist with going to the residence of Rose Arnett on Jim Arnett Branch, where he met social services, saying that he was also informed by the school system as well of a reported abuse situation. Social services had gathered information earlier yesterday from the child involved, who told social services that Arnett had hit him over the head repeatedly with a piece of wood 2 or 3 times and on one of his wrists as he was trying to cover up to keep from getting struck again. Social services also said that they confirmed that there were scabs present on the top of his head, which he states were as a result of being struck by Arnett. He described the stick as having a handle whittled onto it, and the description he gave matched the stick that was found by the officer in a room of the home. After the trooper and social services got to that residence, the trooper introduced himself to the child and questioned him about the injuries. His description matched the same description that he had given school personnel and social services before they arrived at the house, with the child also telling authorities and DSS that it was a common practice for him to be locked in his bedroom and not allowed out, and that he was given a coffee can to use as his restroom when he had to relieve himself. The trooper says to confirm that he went into the bedroom. Upon entering, he found a lock on the door about head high, and he smelled a strong odor of urine when he went in, and saw at the foot of the bed the blue coffee can that was described to him, with the bathroom directly across the hall from the child's bedroom. And the child also told authorities that when he got home earlier that day, and Arnett had found out that social services had been called, she started yelling at him and pulled his hair. According to the trooper, Arnett told him that the child had gotten into trouble and that she had disciplined him with a switch earlier and that she must have struck him on the wrist by accident, but that at no time had ever hit him on the head, and that she was unsure as to how the scabs got there. And she did confirm to the officer that she does lock the child up in the bedroom at night to keep him from taking things throughout the home. And when asked about the bathroom privileges and the coffee can, Arnett said that potty training had proven difficult. She has since bonded out of the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center as of earlier this afternoon, while Superintendent Scott Helton can only say that he has taken the matter into consideration and under investigation and is suspending Arnett until further notice.
I don't think any of the accusations occurred at school. We were not notified in any way by authorities. I just happened to be notified this morning that we had an employee that was facing possible criminal charges. As of right now, I'm still waiting for some of the possible charges to unfold, but up until those do occur, then there's some actions that I have to take, but I'd rather not speak on those until I met with the employee.
The next arrest making headlines this Wednesday, the arrest of a Johnson County man for threatening with a very large knife his sister. He was actually arrested in another county after the incident reportedly took place in Johnson County. Trooper Hall noted that Moore has an ongoing dispute with a member of his family over an alleged theft. The victim in this case saying that her brother came to her home at around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon armed with a machete, and that when he came inside, he forced her onto her knees and forced her to pray to God while holding the knife over her. She claimed to be in fear for her life and what her brother was going to do. And then afterwards, she says he left the home and went to Inez. That was where the Martin County Sheriff's Department located him in the parking lot of the courthouse. Trooper Hall arrested him after Moore admitted as well to having a machete in his vehicle, which the officer seized and took as evidence. And the citation also says that Moore confessed to going to his sister's home and forcing her onto her knees and forcing her to pray, but stated that he did have the machete holstered in its scabbard. He's been charged with burglary in the first degree and unlawful imprisonment in the first degree. And still that very important report to follow. I just was kind of taken back by how indeed wrong I was. And we'll let a deputy tell us what he has figured out in just a few moments. This is a report for anyone and everyone who travels 114 and certainly goes into the high school or the Dollar General or anywhere in that area. So please stay tuned right now. Here's tonight's Magoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar. Yes, a reminder, the Middle Fork Volunteer Fire Department's having their big appreciation dinner this Saturday, starting at 1 with a big, free, huge, free soup bean dinner with all the fixings, just to show their thanks for all the support the community has given them in supporting the community, nonetheless, over the past 15 years. That's Saturday at 1 at the Middle Fork Fire Department, and they're having an auction shortly after the dinner at around 4 o'clock. They hope that you'll come and join them. The Sagersville High School all-class reunion is coming up pretty soon, set for May the 25th. This is for all Sagersville High School students, regardless of when or how long you were a student there. They're going to have, of course, all the wonderful food, fellowship fun that they've always had since they've had this event for the past few years. You can contact Kay Hammond at 422-6720 if you have any questions. And the Magoffin County Head Start is having classes all of the Fridays of April, the 5th, 12th, 19th, 26th, and Friday, May the 3rd. If you have any questions, parents, call the Head Start office at 349-3488. And of course, if you have any questions about our community calendar, call me or get them to me just any way you can so we can tell everyone about them. A reminder turning to obituaries tonight that 69-year-old Kermit Yogi Bear Gibson of Lakeville Road passed away this week, preceded in death by his wife Brenda. He's survived by his son Eddie James. Visitation is this evening. Services are tomorrow morning at 9 from the Magoffin County Funeral Home. And 53-year-old Billy Ray Blanton of Oil Springs passed away this week, the son of the late Billy Joe Blanton and Delphine Williams. He's survived by his wife, Tracy Harvey Blanton, sons Billy Joe and Danny Joe, and his daughter, Brianna Lutz. Visitation will be after noon tomorrow and prior to Friday's services that start 1 o'clock that afternoon from the Magoffin County Funeral Home.
I'm Bill Tinker. I've spent the past 19 years defending insurance companies in car crashes, truck crashes, and slip and falls. Are you involved in a case like that? Is the insurance company giving you the runaround about your medical bills, your benefits, or your lost wages? Contact me at McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
At Sagersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sagersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sagersville National.
Appalachian Wireless has a question for you. Would you rather pay $650 or $66 for a smartphone? If you think this answer is simple, then the Appalachian Advantage plan is for you. Pay less upfront for today's hottest smartphones, and then pay just a few dollars more every month on the monthly bill. Many smartphones are $5 a month or less after you factor in the $20 discount from the Advantage plan, compared to the contract offering. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless. Payment agreement required. See store for details.
From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville. 349-8785.
If you've driven down the road, watched TV, or listened to the radio, you've seen or heard the ads for the Sign and Settle law firms. When I hear of someone settling their case for pennies on the dollar with these firms, it chills my soul. If you've been injured, it's all about the money. I'm Attorney Jeff Lovely. I represent injured people who deserve all the money they can get. Call me at my Sayersville office at 349-4522, West Liberty at 743-1965.
All right, finally an answer. Actually, a couple of them. Correct ones at that, which means that myself and a lot of others, for example, Superintendent of Schools Scott Helton, who I spoke to earlier today, hope he doesn't mind me putting him out there, but we've been doing it all wrong and teaching the new drivers in our house, Andrew and his son, all wrong as well. And by observing each and every morning, I don't anymore because he got his driver's license yesterday, but all the mornings leading up to today, taking Andrew to school, picking him up afterwards, and watching other motorists, a lot of other folks have been getting it wrong as well, but not all of them. Now we know, thanks to a deputy with the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department, the correct lane we should all be getting in and turning in a couple of very confusing portions of the new Mountain Parkway or Route 114. The question, or questions, all center around this intersection and at least one other, but the same rule or law applies here. So tell me, if you've turned left right here to go to the McGoffin County High School, the Dollar General, or other places on that road, did you stay in the lane that you were already traveling, or when you got to where the barrels start to curve over, did you pull over into what might be a turning lane to turn right? Well, maybe you did. Myself, I saw the solid white line and just assumed that, well, you know how things kind of happen. The barrels kind of got pushed over by someone, maybe not with the state or road department, who was wanting to make that a right turn lane. So I have been, and I have been telling Andrew, stay in that lane, but watch for traffic coming into your right to make that a turning lane, because about a third or maybe up to a half of the people that I have watched did that. Half stayed in that lane, and then half made that a turning lane. So, to try to find out what's right and to try to prevent accidents, McGoffin County Sheriff's Deputy Reggie Gosser took it upon himself to get the answer. Gosser is largely responsible for directing traffic as school gets out in the afternoons, and of course that's when this particular location sees the most confusion.
You could see just in watching traffic and people's reactions, some would even look at the other one and just it was kind of hard for people to figure out. Some would look at the lanes, or when they would try to do a transition, they didn't know if they were doing it correctly or if the other person was doing it correctly, and it was just really causing some problems. Had almost a near wreck here at the intersection behind us just a couple days ago, where two lanes were trying to merge into the left turn lane to go west on the parkway, and just really wanted to try to come up with some sort of plan so we didn't have to be working wreck after wreck, and try to help with the flow of exiting traffic. If everybody uses the correct lanes, it should speed up everybody leaving. They have moved the barrels over to simulate a right turn lane to aid in entry into the high school and the Dollar General store. Originally it was striped off just to be 3-lane right there, but they knew that it was backing up traffic, so they moved the barrels over to help facilitate the buses and traffic getting in here. So there will be 1 lane for left turn, 1 lane to go straight ahead, and then against the barrels is a right turn lane to enter onto this access road.
All right, so there's the first question answered. Thank you, Mr. Gosser. Now for the second question, with a clue right here with a newly painted arrow there in that left lane. But before that was painted yesterday, and still with some explanation, the question is, as you're leaving the high school, when you come to this intersection, and it's the same with the intersection at the opposite end of this road at the Catholic Church red light, if you're going to take a right at this stop sign to get onto 114 or the Mountain Parkway, Do you get in that right turn lane right there where that arrow is if you're going in either direction? Or do you get in that lane if you're only going to continue to go right at the light towards Prestonsburg? Another big source of confusion. Here's the answer.
There's only one lane to get you to the red light if you're traveling from the high school towards the intersection here. It's the right turn lane is to get to the light, whether you're turning right or left at the light, it doesn't matter. You'll get in that respective lane once you make the right turn. The left-hand lane behind me, which is traveling on the access road, is just to go straight ahead and continue down the access lane. It is not to make a right-hand turn to get into the left turn lane at the light. That's what a lot of people have been using it for, and that's incorrect. You will be improperly turning if you use that lane to go in there and transition with somebody that is in their correct lane. Then it's going to end up probably where you're going to be the at-fault driver because you're turning from the wrong lane.
In closing tonight, a couple of things. Stay with me after your forecast, but right now your forecast, where there are still some bright spots and some improving conditions and still some showers. Yeah, I think improving is safe to say, certainly in parts, and those will be the high spots, right? Tonight, increasing clouds and a low of 43, northwest wind 5 miles per hour or so, but becoming calm. And tomorrow for your Thursday, special order just for you, 73 and partly sunny, a light south wind 3 to 7 miles per hour. Enjoy tomorrow. The showers come late tomorrow night, mainly after 3 a.m., clouds and showers late, and those will continue into your Friday with showers likely to the tune of 60% early, and those chances will wane down to about 10%, but that's going to be late Friday night before it's all said and done. Friday, 71 and 53 for daytime highs, but essentially cloudy with showers. So for your Saturday, nice, again, as we bounce back with some sunshine, partly sunny and 74 beautiful degrees. Then another chance of showers and thunderstorms actually rolls in Saturday night, technically 3 or 4 in the a.m. Sunday morning, and then Sunday will be another mostly cloudy day, a 30 to 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, so not a washout. There should be a few dry spots in between. Monday, we're still holding on to the 70s with some showers possible, well, showers likely, possibly a thunderstorm or two, 72, 52, your high and low at the start of next week. And from there, temperatures ebb just a bit, down to about 69, mostly cloudy, still a 40% chance of showers on your Tuesday. I'm a little on the fence as for Wednesday, so right now I'm going to go with partly sunny and 70 just because it's partly sunny and 70, and that sounds better. And before I say goodnight, it's Wednesday, so let me say this. Just a few of the things coming out in tomorrow's edition of the Tigersville Independent. While I covered briefly earlier this week that House Bill 358 had passed in our state's legislature, our editor, Heather Oney, has gone farther than that, and she has talked to some individuals, representatives, to find out how directly it will affect, for example, the Magoffin County Health Department. It's an interesting read, as is a little sit-down she had with Nathan and Chessie Arnott as they wrapped up, of course, their performance on The Voice. I showed you that last episode, and I will be sitting down with them personally sometime for some video a little later on, but another good story in tomorrow's paper. You can call it bragging. I can call it bragging as well, but also a news story that I mentioned earlier in the week about our dear Lacey. April is Pride Cleanup Month. It is Donate Life Month. And on the heels of a really moving letter to the editor last week, another one this week that was selected to be in print on abortion. And kids, hey kids, young and old alike, the Easter coloring contest is back. Yep, it's in the paper. Get your crayons or whatever you're going to use ready, and somebody's going to walk away with a really cool prize. And in the old page, the science fair back in 99. We hope you pick up a paper tomorrow and hope to see you back here tomorrow night. Thank you for watching.